Hello everyone, welcome to my review of the first Pokemon movie, Mewtwo Strikes Back, or as it's also known, Mewtwo vs. Mew. I have been doing a Pokemon episode talk for a very long time, and I have finally reached the first movie, and just like with any other movie review, it's gonna be split into two parts, the movie review and the spoiler talk. So let's get into what this movie is about without getting into too much spoilers. So basically, there's a clone made of Mew. Its name is Mewtwo. However, he doesn't like to be tested on. And he also was betrayed by someone who he thought that he could trust. And he's just an angry Mewtwo. So Ash kind of gets put in the middle of this whole thing and has to stop Mewtwo from doing his plan. That's basically it. That's a spoiler-free version that I can give you. And let's start off with the art, which is actually great. I did notice a couple of errors, like the lips of Gyarados sometimes are just pure blue, or, other errors that are in this movie. But overall, the art is great, and there are finally action sequences in this franchise, because that's what the main Pokemon anime has been lacking up to this point. Really any action. It's not much action that we get during certain fights, but we do get, like the opening. There's just a guy that sends out a Donphan, and Ash has a battle with him. And the animation is very smooth in that moment. I love the art. You can really see the step up. Also, this movie is officially canon to the main Pokemon anime, because this movie was foreshadowed with the episodes The Battle of the Batch, It's Mr. Mime Time, and Showdown at Poke Corral, where you see certain things from here. So I'm gonna spoil those episodes, but that's basically the opening of the movie. Basically, you see Mewtwo fight against Gary's Pokemon from the Battle of the Batch. You see Mewtwo inside of this Team Rocket headquarters, which is from It's Mr. Mime Time. And then the explosion of Team Rocket headquarters and Mewtwo's escape from Team Rocket headquarters is Showdown at Poke Corral. So this movie is officially canon. And I like it. I know, like, if you look online, critics absolutely despise this movie with a passion, which I will explain right now why critics don't like this movie, why newcomers will not like this movie, and why the only people who will like this movie are Pokemon fans. And that is specifically because of the fact that this movie is made for people like me. People who have watched the Pokemon anime, because let's be honest here. If you never watched the Pokemon anime, this movie gives you no indication of anything. It is the most unfriendly thing towards newcomers. Because if you're just like, oh hey, there's a Pokemon movie, I wonder what that's all about, you're gonna be completely lost. If you've watched the Pokemon anime, the stuff that happens, like Charizard being disobedient, are things where it's like, classic Charizard, instead of like, what's that? Why? You know, the way that normal people would react. And that is its biggest problem, in my opinion, with this movie. And also, the dub version changing some stuff around. And also, in my opinion, there's also the lack of the Mewtwo Origin special, which I will be talking about tomorrow. I was very negative towards that thing, just to be forewarned. However, the origin of Mewtwo is sadly enough like cut from this movie, because it's literally called the uncut story of Mewtwo's origin. I wish that was part of the movie. It would have elevated the movie as well. But there are a lot of like dub edits in this movie that just kind of make it feel lesser. There's a big page of Bulbapedia about it. So let's just get into the cast. I will just talk a little bit about the cast, and then we will talk about the main man himself. So, starting off, we have Ash Ketchum from Pallet Town, a guy who just wants to become a Pokemon master, voiced by Veronica Taylor in the dub and Rika Matsumoto in the Japanese version. And I think both of them do a pretty good job. Then we have Otani. I do not know how you pronounce your first name. I apologize. But she voices Pikachu in both, in like everything. And she's great as Pikachu. Always has been great as Pikachu. So much emotion out of that Pikachu, I swear. Then we have Rachel Lillis in the dub and Mayumi Izuka as Misty, someone who wants to become a water-type Pokemon specialist. Then after that, we have Eric Stewart or Yuji Yuda as Brock, the former gym leader of the Pewter City Gym who wants to become a Pokemon breeder. And then also we have Team Rocket with their voice actors. And they are basically the same as the main series. There's not really a lot of change or character development in this movie for their characters. However, I will say this, what they do with Team Rocket in this movie and in future movies is something that I actually really like. I love the fact that they kind of do that stuff with Team Rocket. Instead of having them be their normal selves, they do something actually interesting with them, and I like that. I also love the main cast in this movie. But if we really want to talk about some people, we have to talk about Philip Bartlett, or Masachika, I guess, Ichimura as Mewtwo. Mewtwo is the main character of the storyline, and he is such a tragic character in this movie. Because, like, the first first person he trusts, he betrays him. That's the opening of the movie, by the way. But, like, that just hurts. You really feel for Mewtwo. You feel more for Mewtwo in the Japanese version than the English version, I will say that. However, I will say this, I loved the voice. The voice, like Philip in the dub, is a really good Mewtwo voice actor. They did a really good job with choosing him as the voice. And that's basically the cast that I could talk about. So then next up, I guess we have the music, and I'm only really able to talk about the dub music, and I'm talking about the specific songs. I'm not really talking about the background music. I love the music. The songs from this movie are great. I still listen to Brother My Brother, the Pokemon theme that actually is technically a cover of the Pokemon theme. There's a bunch of songs in this movie that are just like great, even during the credits. But like Brother My Brother, when that moment plays, it really hits you. Like when that moment plays. I also love the way that this movie shows us more of the bond between Ash and Pikachu. Like the lengths that Ash will go to for his Pikachu. Because we haven't really seen that yet. I mean, we're going to see it later on with other stuff, with other Pokemon as well. But like, we haven't really seen, this is like the first time when Ash is like, he just shows you what Pikachu's like. For him, how much Pikachu matters to him. And overall, like I said, if I thought that the movie was good, but it does take a hit if you haven't watched the Pokemon anime, because you're gonna miss out a lot of stuff. And since I don't really have anything else to talk about, except for the final score, let's go to the final verdict. So my final verdict for Pokemon, the first movie, Mewtwo Strikes Back, or Mewtwo vs. Mew, is going to be an 8 out of 10. For me personally, it's an 8. However, if you've never seen the Pokemon anime, it's like a 2. Because like nothing really makes sense, because I don't explain anything. But for me, I will give this thing an 8 out of 10. And I would recommend it to people who have watched the Pokemon anime. So, let me know what you guys thought about this movie in the comment section down below. And with that being said, thank you all so very much for watching, and I hope you guys have enjoyed. And if you did, please like button, subscribe if you're new, if you're not already, turn notifications, and don't forget to check out the Let's Play channel, link in the description and at the end of the video. And I'll see you guys in about an hour or so for my spoiler talk about this movie, where I really will dive deeper into this. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for the uncut story of Mewtwo's origin. Bye!